everybody, Rachel here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the new, well, I think it's new anyways. There was a stand up at Rite Aid and I haven't seen it there before, so I'm figuring that it is new. It's called the Fuse Gel Enamel Starter Kit. It looks like this. Inside it comes with a nail polish here, a lamp to cure your nail polish, also a stick to get any of the excess nail polish off your nail, a wipe for the cleanser, and then a file. And what I thought was also neat, it came with, instead of this just being battery operated, the lamp, it actually came with the plug-in cord, so I thought that was neat. Let me pull this out here and show you guys. So it just looks like this, and obviously this part plugs into the wall. This goes in the back here. Come on. So it just plugs in the back here. You plug it in and then you just stick your finger in here. There's a little divot in here to kind of let you know where to place your finger. And then there's just a button on top to turn the light on and off. And what is also neat, you can flip this around and clip it onto these two little rods here. And you can actually do your toes. So I thought that was kind of a neat thing to add, or feature to add. So I feel like I can give you guys a pretty fair review on this. I have used it a few times now and have a pretty good idea of what I think of the product. Let me tell you what first happened when I first used it. In the directions it does specify to say use a thin coat, and it highlights thin coat. And the first time I did it, I didn't do a thick coat, but I didn't try to do a thin coat either. I kind of just did your average coat, and that was a mistake because it was too thick. Not normally, if it was just an average nail polish, I don't believe it would have been too thick, but since it was a gel nail polish, that same night after I got done applying it all, that same night I was doing dishes and I looked at my hands and there was 3 nails missing, like completely off. They actually popped off like a fake nail would, and they were just like floating in the dishwater. So I'm like, okay, this product either really sucks or I did something wrong, because I had just got done applying it like 2 hours prior. It does, after you have it in the lamp, it does dry to a hard touch. So I thought, there's no way this is coming off. This is going to be awesome. I'm going to love it. But so I gave the product the benefit of the doubt. I just kind of peeled them off because I guess I did it way too thick. I peeled them off and then I redid it and made sure that I did do a thin coat. Before I go into what happened the second time around, let me just tell you how you're supposed to apply it. So you're supposed to take this file your nail down, obviously. Take this cleanser that it comes with on one of these pads. Wipe it off, and then do a thin coat of the nail polish. So you pop your finger in the lamp like this and press this little button on top, and then the light will automatically go off after 30 seconds, which is neat, so you don't have to sit there and time every nail for 30 seconds. After you take your nail out, you can touch it. It feels kind of tacky, but you can't actually smear the product. And then when you're done, you have to do 1 nail at a time. It says that in there too. Also, make sure you do 1 nail at a time. So when you take the nail out of the lamp, just go over it again with one of these cleansing cloths and the same cleanser. When I first did this, I noticed that it takes some of the shine away. It's like, oh, that's kind of lame. It just dulled my nail polish. The packet here does say, though, the shine will come back, and it actually does, which I was surprised. It took like 24 hours the second time around when I actually got to, you know, see the product on my nail for more than a couple hours before them popping off in the sink. But the shine does come back, so that's good. One thing to be aware of too is when you look at the nail polish, you obviously think you're probably getting a baby pink nail polish with silver sparkle. No, you're not. Actually, you're getting, well, I don't want to flip you guys off, but see my middle finger? That is this polish. It's actually just all glitter, which I was kind of bummed out at first, but when you get a couple coats, thin coats, it's actually really pretty. So, anyways, with that said, I went down to the store, picked up this one thinking, okay, this is going to be a bright fuchsia with sparkle in it. No, I was wrong again. This, I'll just swatch this on the back of my hand. This is also a sparkle with just multicolored sparkles and with fuchsia sparkles too. So it's kind of deceiving. I don't know if you could see the cap top here, but it's clear and you can actually see the real color you're getting. So just be aware of that if you go to pick these out, that I believe the bottles with the sparkle overspray on the bottles are just actually a glitter, and you're not getting the opaque fuchsia base that you see here. Just looking at this, you think you're getting this and not a sparkle. So just to put that out there. Okay, now to get into the my second time applying it, I actually listened to the directions and did apply a thin coat like it said. I buffed my nail, cleansed it, did a thin coat, and then put it in the lamp. And then I did do a second small coat afterwards. For me, it lasted on the second day, or no, it was the third day. I had several chips, but I do use my hands all the time. My hands are, I'm constantly washing them, doing dishes, whatnot. I'm just always doing stuff with my hands. So I did my daughter's hands the same night as mine, and she doesn't use her hands as much as I am. You know, she goes to school and whatnot. Her polish actually lasted her a good 5 days. She did get a chip on the 5th day. I do think that's pretty good to get 5 days of wear time with no chips. She did get a few chips on the 5th day, but they did last on her so much longer than me. So I do suggest this product if you're not hard on your hands or using your hands all the time, or if you're constantly doing dishes or laundry or arts and crafts. I think this is actually a pretty good deal. The one thing I do like about it is as soon as you take your finger out of the lamp, it's dry. It's completely dry. I thought that was really neat because for me, it's so hard for me not to try to touch something, or I'm always getting into something and then I nick my nail, and it's just like, I mean, it's my fault, but for people that do that, this is actually pretty good. So I would not suggest this for people that are hard on their hands or using their hands, arts and crafts all the time. So my overall thoughts on this, guys, I do like this, and even though it chips on me, I think if I had a special occasion to go to or something like that, I would still use this just because it dries so fast. And for me, being a mom, that is incredibly important. So guys, I hope that was helpful. Please give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more like this in the future. Somebody did request in my last video what lipstick I was wearing, so I'm just gonna let you know right now. It's called Cruise Coffee and it's from Bonnie Bell. These are new. Stay tuned for a review and swatch video coming up on these. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, bye guys.